Have you ever tried to become more disciplined, but only ended up feeling tired and guilty? Have you ever made a perfect plan, followed it for a few days, and then felt like a failure when real life interrupted it? Maybe you do not need harsher rules. Maybe you need a kinder way to return. Hello, my dear friend. I am so glad you are here today. Welcome to Peace English Podcast, a soft and peaceful space for your mind and your heart. Here, you do not need to be perfect. You do not need to hurry. You do not need to understand everything. We are here to learn English slowly. We are here to listen gently. No pressure here, no stress here. Only slow English, a quiet voice, and a little space for your heart to rest. Wherever you are listening from, I am happy you found this moment. You can put down the noise of the day. You can let yourself be here, just as you are. So, relax your shoulders. Take a slow breath, and let us begin gently. Today, we are going to talk about discipline, but not the cold kind of discipline, not the kind that feels like punishment, not the kind that says, you failed because you missed one day. We are going to talk about gentle discipline, the kind that helps you come back, the kind that gives your life a little shape without making your heart feel trapped, the kind that understands tired mornings, busy weeks, slow progress, and ordinary human days. Maybe you know the old kind of discipline very well. Maybe you have made strict plans for yourself many times. A perfect morning routine, a perfect exercise plan, a perfect English study schedule, a perfect diet, a perfect cleaning system. At first, the plan feels exciting. You feel hopeful. You think, this time, I will become a new person. But after a few days, something happens. You sleep badly. Work becomes busy. Your body feels tired. The rain comes. Your mood changes. You miss one day. And suddenly, the whole plan feels broken. This can feel so painful, not because of the missed day itself, but because of what you say to yourself after it. I always give up. I have no discipline. I can never stay consistent. Other people can do this. Why can't I? Maybe you sit in your room at night, looking at your phone, feeling the quiet weight in your chest. The room is still. The window is dark. A small sound comes from outside. A motorbike far away. A dog barking. The hum of life continuing. And inside, your mind keeps repeating the same sentence. I should be better than this. If this is you, please listen softly. You are not lazy because one routine did not last. You are not broken because strict plans feel hard to hold. You are not weak because your real life does not follow a perfect schedule. Maybe the plan was not built for a human being. Maybe it was built for a machine. And you, my dear friend, are not a machine. You are a living person. You have changing energy. You have feelings. You have tired days. You have unexpected moments. You need routines that can breathe with you. So today, we will not shame the part of you that wants structure. Structure can be beautiful. It can help us feel safe. It can help us learn English, care for our bodies, rest better, and return to what matters. But structure becomes painful when it has no softness inside it. Discipline is not meant to be a weapon against yourself. It can be a handrail. It can be a warm light. It can be something steady that helps you find your way back. In this episode, we will use one simple image, a small lamp beside your bed. Not a bright spotlight, not a harsh alarm, just a small lamp that stays warm, even when the day was messy. A lamp that does not ask why you came back late. A lamp that does not disappear because you missed one night. Maybe gentle discipline is like that. Not perfect, not loud, just steady enough to welcome you back. Imagine a small lamp beside a bed in a quiet room. It is evening. The room is not perfectly clean. There may be a book left open, a blanket folded badly, a cup on the table, a phone resting near the pillow. Outside the window, the sky is dark. Somewhere far away, you can hear a car passing slowly. The lamp gives a soft circle of light. It is not strong enough to light the whole world, but it is enough for this room. It does not demand anything. It simply stays there, warm and steady. This lamp is different from a spotlight. A spotlight is harsh. It shines brightly on every mistake. It makes you feel exposed. It says, look at what you did wrong. Look at what you missed. Look at how far you still have to go. Many of us learned discipline like that. We learn to watch ourselves with a spotlight. We learn to push, force, judge, and punish. But a small lamp feels different. It does not shame you. It helps you see. It helps you return. It says, you can begin again from here. The first gentle lesson is this. Have you been building routines that cannot survive real life? Maybe your plan works only when everything is perfect. You sleep well. You have enough time. Your mood is good. No one needs anything from you. The weather is kind. Your body feels strong. Your mind is clear. But real life is not always like that. Real life brings rain, tiredness, delays, messages, headaches, emotions, and days when your energy is very small. A routine that breaks the first time life becomes messy may not be a bad routine, but it may need more room to breathe. Think about learning English. Maybe you plan to study for 1 hour every night. It sounds good. But then one evening, you are exhausted. Your shoulders are tight. Your eyes feel heavy. You open the lesson, and it feels impossible. If your rule is too strict, you may say, I failed. Then one missed day becomes a week. But if your routine is gentle, you can say, tonight, I will listen for 5 minutes. 5 minutes may not look impressive, but it keeps the lamp on. It keeps the relationship alive. The reframe is soft. A flexible routine is not a weak routine. It may actually be stronger because it can bend without breaking. You do not need a plan that only works on your best days. You need a plan that can hold you on ordinary days too. Your healing statement is this: my routine can bend and still belong to me. Let that sentence rest inside you. My routine can bend and still belong to me. You are allowed to make the habit smaller without calling it failure. You are allowed to return in a quiet way. The second gentle lesson is this: can you stop asking, did I do it perfectly? And start asking, did I come back? Perfection is a heavy question. It makes every day feel like a test. If you did the whole routine, you pass. If you did less, you fail. But life is not a school exam. Your healing is not an exam. Your English learning is not an exam. Your body is not an exam. Maybe the more helpful question is not, was I perfect today? Maybe the question is, how did I return to myself today? Imagine the small lamp again. Maybe yesterday you did not turn it on. Maybe you came home late. Maybe you were too tired. Maybe the room stayed dark. But tonight, the lamp is still there. You can turn it on again. It does not say, where were you? It does not say, you broke the streak. It simply gives light when you reach for it. This is what gentle discipline can feel like. Not a chain you must never break, but a light you can return to. Maybe you missed your walk. Maybe you did not write in your journal. Maybe you skipped English practice. Maybe you forgot to drink water. Instead of punishing yourself, you can return with the smallest version. 1 sentence, 1 minute, 1 glass, 1 step outside, 1 soft breath. You do not need to do double tomorrow to pay for yesterday. You do not need to prove that you are sorry. You only need to come back. The reframe is gentle. Returning is part of discipline. In fact, returning may be the heart of discipline. Anyone can follow a plan for a few good days. But learning how to come back after a difficult day is a deeper kind of strength. Your healing statement is this: I do not need to be perfect to return. Say it slowly. I do not need to be perfect to return. 1 small return counts. 1 honest return matters. 1 quiet return can begin a new path. The third gentle lesson is this: what if discipline is not punishment, but care? Maybe the word discipline feels hard to you. Maybe it reminds you of being controlled, judged, or pushed. Maybe it sounds like a cold voice saying, do more, try harder, no excuses. But perhaps discipline can mean something different. It can mean teaching yourself with patience, guiding yourself with kindness, creating small patterns that help your life feel safer, not because you are bad, but because you deserve support. Think of a child learning to ride a bicycle. If the child wobbles, what helps more? Someone shouting, "Why can't you ride properly?" Or someone running beside them, holding the seat lightly, saying, "It is okay. Keep going. I am here." Most of us would choose the second voice. We know that learning needs safety. We know that fear makes the body stiff. We know that kindness helps courage grow. So why do we think we need cruelty to guide ourselves? Maybe gentle discipline is the voice that runs beside you. It does not do the work for you. It does not say, "Nothing matters." It still cares about your growth. It still invites you to show up. But it does not insult you when you wobble. It does not disappear when you fall. It helps you stand, breathe, and try again. This is not weakness. This is a wise kind of strength. The reframe is simple. Discipline can be a form of love. It can be the way you protect what matters to you without hurting yourself. It can help you study English slowly, move your body gently, rest at the right time, and care for your future self. Your healing statement is this: I can guide myself without hurting myself. Let it move through you. I can guide myself without hurting myself. You can grow without becoming your own enemy. So, my dear friend, maybe you do not need a stricter life. Maybe you need a softer structure, a routine with room for rain, a plan with space for tiredness, a habit that can become smaller on hard days instead of disappearing completely. Maybe the goal is not to become a person who never misses a day. Maybe the goal is to become a person who knows how to return without shame. You are allowed to build your life like a small lamp, not a spotlight. Warm, steady, patient, still there when you come back. You are allowed to have a 5-minute version, a tired version, a quiet version, a version that no one else sees, but that helps you stay connected to what matters. That is still discipline. That is still growth. That is still you showing up. And if tonight feels heavy, maybe do not ask yourself for a perfect plan. Ask for one small light, one thing you can return to without fear. Maybe one English sentence, one glass of water, one page, one stretch, one kind note in a notebook. Something so small it does not scare you. Something so gentle it can survive real life. Stay with me now, and let us practice that small return together. For the next minute or two, let us do a very simple practice. You do not need to change your life. You do not need to make a big promise. Just notice where you are. Notice the room around you. Notice the light, whether it is bright or dim. Notice your hands. Maybe they are resting on your lap. Maybe one hand is near your phone. If you can, let the phone rest for a moment. Let your attention come back to your body. Take one slow breath in and let it out gently. Again, breathe in and feel a little space in your chest. Breathe out and let your shoulders drop. Now ask yourself softly, what is one small habit I can return to gently? Not perfectly, not every day forever, just gently. Maybe it is listening to English for 5 minutes. Maybe it is walking to the window in the morning. Maybe it is drinking water before coffee. Maybe it is writing one line before sleep. Now make the habits smaller. Smaller than your fear. Smaller than your guilt. Smaller than the old pressure. If the plan is to study English, the small version may be one sentence. If the plan is to exercise, the small version may be one stretch. If the plan is to journal, the small version may be one honest word. Let it be almost too easy. Let it feel kind enough to begin. Place one hand on your chest or on your stomach. Say this softly in your mind. I can return gently. Again, I can return gently. If you missed yesterday, you can return gently. If you are tired today, you can return gently. If your routine broke, you can return gently. You do not need to punish yourself back into the path. You can walk back with care. As we close today, remember this. Discipline does not have to be harsh to be real. A routine does not have to be perfect to matter. A small return is still a return. You can build a life that supports you instead of scares you. You can guide yourself without hurting yourself. You can let your habits be warm lamps, not sharp spotlights. Let these affirmations stay near your heart. My routine can bend and still belong to me. I do not need to be perfect to return. I can guide myself without hurting myself. And maybe one more time, softly, discipline can be gentle. Discipline can be gentle. Discipline can be gentle. Thank you for spending this quiet time with Peace English Podcast. If this episode helped you feel a little kinder toward your own routines, you can like, subscribe, and come back whenever you need a calm English space. A place to listen slowly. A place to practice gently. A place where your English can grow and your heart can rest. Take care of yourself, my dear friend. Be soft with your next beginning. Leave one small lamp on for yourself. And when life bends your plan, remember this. You can return softly, not perfectly.